If you're an e-commerce business owner that is running or looking to run a Performance Max campaign, then make sure to check out this video below to see exactly how we've scaled multiple million-dollar brands with just this one strategy. What's going on, guys? My name is Nate, the co-owner of Digital Wealth MB, the #1 rated digital marketing agency for e-commerce and lead generation businesses. Now, and maybe some of you have already gotten the chance to use them, but I am talking about the new Performance Max campaign type that Google released within the past year. We've been waiting for quite some time to release this because I wanted to make sure that we had enough data within all of our accounts to actually give you a sound strategy before releasing it in this video. We've noticed everything from decreased CPAs, increased conversions, and an increased ability to scale with 80 to 90% of our clients through just this simple campaign. But realistically, it's actually not that simple. Since this campaign type is so new, we've also had many instances where the performance within our PMax campaigns has become very volatile and seemingly at random. But because of the limited adjustments that you're actually able to make within the campaign, you'll need to make sure that you follow this strategy step by step to make sure that you don't face any of these issues. All right, guys, so let's hop right into it. We're going to do this in a step-by-step fashion as mentioned above, just to help you follow this as a checklist when you need to refer back to it and to give you an idea of our thought process when we're going about creating a Performance Max campaign. Step 1, you really need to understand what a Performance Max campaign is before you even consider running it. A Performance Max campaign is the culmination of the display, search, shopping, and video networks within Google instead of what a smart shopping campaign type offered, which was the combination of the shopping network and the display network through dynamic retargeting. Once you take this into consideration, then you may realize that your Google Merchant Center feed isn't the only thing that you're going to have to worry about. Instead, now you have to consider things like the ad copy and a content-rich landing page for the search network, persuasive brand imagery for the display network, and sales-optimized video assets for the video network, all alongside what you already have to do with feed optimizations for the shopping network. Step 2, do not start your Performance Max campaign without sufficient data within your ad account, or you will be flushing money down the toilet. Since you're going to be optimizing amongst 4 separate networks favoring the shopping network, you're going to need to make sure that you have enough conversion data within the account so that Google can guide the Performance Max campaign in the right direction and start it off on the right foot. Launching a campaign without any data in the account would be like launching a search campaign with only broad match keywords and going after a smart bidding strategy right off the bat. It's a rookie mistake and you will waste money. Step 3, launch your campaign with 4 to 6 of the highest intent asset groups to start it off on the right foot and increase the chance for profitability. It's extremely important to treat each asset group as its own ad group. Therefore, you're going to separate the asset groups by what Google calls an audience signal, and you will only have one audience within each of these audience signals. When you launch an asset group within a Performance Max campaign, you'll notice that's exactly what it's doing. It's gearing that asset group towards customers in the audience that looks similar to those that have converted for you in the past. And then once Google begins converting more and more customers through that asset group, it will also be obtaining more data points from these customers and branching off the audience into customers that are similar to this audience and contain similar data points to another audience. We like to start off with the following 4 to 6 audience signals when we initially launch our Performance Max campaigns. The first would be a custom audience including your brand name and brand URL. The second is a custom audience that includes your competitors' brand names and URLs. The third is a customer list if possible. The fourth is a custom audience with the top 10 to 15 keywords in it derived from your previous search campaigns. The fifth is 1 to 2 audiences that are either in market segments and or affinity audiences that shared a large portion of conversions in your shopping campaigns. In order to find relevant in-market segments and or affinity audiences, go to your shopping campaigns and navigate through the Insights tab. If you change the time period to month over month and scroll down, you should see a list of audiences that show a share of conversions that the campaign earned within that audience. Step 4, when selecting a bidding strategy, we have noticed that maximized conversion value has proven to perform the best for us compared to maximized conversions when it's used for e-commerce businesses, and that maximized conversion performs better in lead generation business models. A little unknown fact, when selecting max conversion value, Google will automatically optimize your campaign to 150 to 200% ROAS without you even selecting a target ROAS. If you have previous campaign data or a conversion data within the account, it's going to try and optimize close to the overall average account ROAS. But that's another reason why you should not start off with smart campaigns and or smart bidding strategies in a new account. Step 5, make sure that you consider these initial optimizations before launching the campaign. I'm going to rattle these off as a list. Let's go through it. 1, do not turn on the new customer acquisition feature when you're launching an initial PMax campaign, or you're just going to blow money. This feature must be used carefully, it must be used delicately, or you could completely ruin your Performance Max campaign. Make sure that the location settings only include people that are present in your targeted countries. Make sure that you're only targeting the location that you've chosen in your shopping settings for your shopping ads. If you choose the United States for your merchant feed, and then you choose to only target the UK in your location settings, your Performance Max campaign will not run for the shopping network, and it will only run for the search, display, and video networks. In tandem with this, make sure that you only target the country that you're advertising for in your merchant feed in the location settings as well, so that you can clearly see where your PMax campaign is performing. Only target the languages that you want to show up for. The default set by Google is all languages, so if you're targeting the US or the UK, then go after English. Final URL expansion. If you are looking to only advertise one product or one collection page in this PMax campaign, then you may only want to send your traffic to that site specifically. Also consider the fact that there will be a built-in DSA campaign within this Performance Max campaign, so where would you like that DSA campaign to focus? Anticipate using a budget of at least $100 a day for the campaign. Since there are now 4 networks that you're advertising on, it's important to make sure that you're getting enough data within the account to justify making adjustments about the performance of the campaign. All right, so let's do a quick recap of all the steps. Step 1, understand what exactly a Performance Max campaign is before using them. Step 2, have sufficient data within the account before using Performance Max campaigns. Step 3, start off with 4 to 6 of the highest intent asset groups to begin with. Step 4, use the maximize conversion value bidding strategy without a target ROAS to begin with. Step 5, follow the 6 additional setup tips before launching the campaign. Now to wrap up this video, I wanted to show you a couple tips that we actually like to call our Google Ads hacks, because not many people currently know about them. Hack 1, build up a negative keyword list using your standard shopping campaigns and contact Google to add that negative keyword list to your Performance Max campaigns after it's created. Hack 2, separate your asset groups by product category. If you have products that will be showing up for vastly different keywords, then separate them into a different asset group. Hack 3, if you are dropshipping and doing general testing, only use one product per Performance Max campaign. As soon as you find a successful product within a standard shopping campaign or your general testing campaign, create a completely new Performance Max campaign for it. Do not put it in the already performing or already successful Performance Max campaign. All right, guys, that concludes this Google Ads video. If you guys like the content you're seeing and are looking for more e-commerce, dropshipping, or lead generation hacks and tips, make sure to subscribe below.